Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Mark from SolarGames, and today we're going to talk about Coffee's videos. So if you haven't seen, probably maybe the biggest set of videos that to really come out in the last week or so is the reporting done by CoffeeZilla, and basically the whole idea around like Logan Paul, scamming, CryptoZoo, all this stuff. Look, at this point, with so many different crypto, DAO, all this stuff coming to light, it's probably fair to say that most crypto is going to be at high risk of scams. If FTX fallout isn't bad enough, if all this other crypto scams that's happening isn't bad enough, here's another one with a pretty famous person. Talking about it mostly because Logan Paul has been in the collectible scene. He's not somebody who's not tethered to what we do here, I guess. So I think as I was watching the video, and as I was watching part 3, especially towards the end, I saw a lot of people kind of give their feedback about what could have been better, what would they like to see. And I think I really just want to kind of make a video and tell everybody, all my audience, that guys, you guys got to be better. Again, it's not specifically you guys, but I just want to make sure I kind of share with everybody that I think everyone needs to kind of protect themselves more. And I think one of the problems that our education system, maybe, or something about what has happened in the last 10 years, 20 years, has really failed most people, this next generation in our country, or previous one, I don't know. Maybe there's just a lot of people out there who are very susceptible to being scammed. Could be true. But I think currently, most people lack the ability to think for themselves. Most of the time you're looking to say, hey, like if somebody says this, I trust them. Or if my friends are doing something, I trust that. And you kind of go with the flow. I think if it wasn't clear, that's not a good way to make decisions. That's clear now, right? And I think one of the problems, especially with people who fall for scams, fall for, tricks and whatever, are that they tend to fall for it again. A lot of the scammers, one of the things they do is they have a list that they pass to each other. And if somebody has fallen for a scam previously, well, they're on another list past, you would think that they would be better at not being scammed again. But the reality is that they're actually very susceptible to being scammed again, even. So you have to really, number one, think for yourself. Look, and we can blame the scammer all we want. We can say, hey, the scammers need to do better or be better or whatever. But I'm going to be honest, scammers will continue to scam. And if certain people get caught, they get sent to jail, they reform, they change, whatever, well, there's going to be more scammers. Because again, there's opportunity. Look, because there's opportunity, there's money, there's something that people care about, and that's why they dive into it. Look, no law regulation will really stop any of this. I mean, if you think about all the normal scams that have nothing to do with crypto, people are still falling for them today, right? And sometimes even knowing that you're falling for them, you're still kind of being scammed. And that's just how it is. So I just want to tell everybody, go out there and protect yourself. And on the crypto side, the NFT stuff, there's even less regulation. So you got to be really careful. Look, I'm not saying crypto is fake or it's all just fugazi, funny money type of thing. I'm just saying that there are a lot of bad people, bad actors who are abusing the fact that, decentralized currency is an easy way to go and scam people. And the fact that it's not being regulated, the fact that there's really no, it's hard to have third-party control over this, the fact that smart contracts exist and you can create DAOs, decentralized autonomous orgs, you can start sneaking code in that will do different things. That's what attracts a lot of these people. Because the reality is it's hard to make money, honestly. It's hard to go and do the right thing. It's really easy, well, not really, but it's easier sometimes to make a lot of money doing the wrong thing, doing the easy way out, scamming people. So, one of the things that I remember about maybe 7-8 years ago, we at my previous workplace, we had this talk about what percent of people would actually cheat if given the chance to do so. And I think at the end of the day, our CEO said he believes 95%. I think on that survey, I answered 80%. And what I'm trying to say is basically, if you give somebody the chance to do this, to cheat, they will cheat, right? And so what you end up happening is, well, if you see an opportunity, you see people who are easy marks, well, these people are going to go after you. So you really have to protect yourself. And you can't hope to reform the scammers, because there will always be more scammers and different scams, okay? So then this comes back down to like what you should actually do. My recommendation, put money into things that you really enjoy. So look, if you like a game, if you want to play certain, I don't know, crypto games, whatever, and you actually enjoy it, yeah, feel free to put money into it. I heard Axie Infinity is interesting. I've never played it. I thought about playing it, but I quit mobile games, so it's not really a thing that I really want to do anyways. So I just don't want to put money into it. But if you like the game, right, Arena, in some ways I can say you're probably getting scammed by a wizard when you play Arena, because it's all digital cards. If they decide to pull the plug on that game, which they have done for every other, like, basically Magic game in the past, MTGO being kind of like the exception here, well, guess what happens to all your digital cards and stuff? They don't transfer over to the next game. So I mean, in some ways it's a scam. But if you're having fun, I think it's fine. I think it's okay to play something that if you think you're having fun, you know, it's not really a scam, right? Now I have serious issues with like play to earn. I think it is on the surface also. It's just it's deceptive. It caters to the people who are susceptible to being scammed, because it kind of comes out with a win-win scenario. You play a game, you like a game, and you can earn money on it, right? And on the other side of it too is once this game becomes a big thing, it actually starts basically allowing for digital slavery. Similar to like how gold farming works with WoW and other games, play to earn is just like some creator who created a system whereby some people can spend money for very minuscule amount of, so they can spend a lot of their time, full time basically, for a minuscule amount of money, but because of the currency exchange, they actually get paid a living wage in their country. That is basically slavery, and it's someone abusing the system through the internet, through technology. It's basically what it is. The other part of this that you have to be really careful with play to earn especially is that it's all digital. So somebody could essentially code something malicious into it that would cause you to potentially just, I don't know, like lose more, right? Or they could, for example, make the system so that, you know, you farm gold, it's harder to farm gold or something like that. That basically causes this to be worse than it really should be. I mean, whatever it should be is just all programming anyway. So your drop rates, those kind of things are all, you know, it's scammy because it's not really, it's controlled by some people, group of people, developers, whatever. And you have to think about it this way too, like your time is really valuable. So whenever somebody offers you an opportunity to have fun, but also earn money, in general, it's either not going to be fun or you're not going to earn a lot of money. They're not really offering you both, right? So this happens in the video game industry. It happens honestly at WotC as well. And I'm sure with all the card games, you know, board game type of companies, usually if they're offering you, hey, you know, you're making a game, come here, have fun and earn money. It's just, look, it's a scheme. They're doing it because they know they can abuse your interest to, you know, basically abuse you for those time. That's just how this thing works, right? Do your own research. You got to stop listening to others. Do your own research. I'll give you an example on this. So earlier, actually today, I was about to buy some like battle styles, Pokemon, right? I was looking through the list of like different Pokemon products. I noticed battle style was like cheap, right? And I was thinking, well, okay. So my normal, you know, downside risk type of thing, hey, like if battle styles is like $84, everything else is like 160. Probably don't want to buy the 160 because it's, you know, again, MSRP of that was $85. So I would be losing if it falls, right? And what's the upside gain versus downside potential? So I was about to pull the trigger and buy some battle style just based on this whole idea of like, well, guess what? Like it's probably cheap enough. It's probably hit the bottom. Well, then I started doing some research, and I'm not saying that 85 for battle style is very, it's not cheap. I'm saying maybe it's a good price, right? I'm not saying it's not a good price, but what I'm saying is you have to take into account of like, you can't compare battle style to something like Chilling Reign or, Evolutions, like some other set that's doing really, really well, right? Part of what I did started doing research was, hey, look, battle style came out in March 2021, right? And a lot of the sets that are doing way better than it were released after it, July, etc. So how come battle style is the one that's like cheap? But if you kind of like started doing a little bit digging, I found out apparently that the pull rates aren't that great. So if you want to play the cards, great, you can have fun. But the pull rates aren't that great. So again, the demand's not that high. And I'm not sure if Pokemon during this era also had a supply issue where they overprinted or something like that. So again, there's these kind of data points, and that's what you need to be doing to basically protect yourself. Again, I'm not even saying, I think 85 probably is still fine. I'm not recommending you buy battle styles or anything like that. I'm not really into Pokemon. I really don't know. But at the same time, it's one of those things where that's just an example of how I do this type of research for myself. And again, lastly, just stop being naive. Like, there's no way any of these people are going to come out and admit, hey, yep, we know we're scamming you. We're going to scam you, tell you ahead of time, right? And here's the thing, if you just look at what happened, you know exactly how every human thinks, which is when push comes to shove and everything's falling apart, they first protect themselves, then they protect people around them, and it kind of just goes in outward circles like this, right? That's when, of course, eventually it gets into everyone else's mind that, yep, it's a rug pull, everyone's gone, taking the money, but it will be too late by the time you hear about it. So stop being naive, thinking that somebody is going to be so pure that when they screw up, they're going to tell everybody before they pull their money out. They're going to pull their money out first, make sure they don't lose anything before, you get the information. So that's just the thing. And the reality is these scammers, they're never going to break character. Because breaking character will lose all the trust that they can ever have. So they'll just continue doubling down, tripling down, right? Even when they go to court, go to jail, they're going to triple down, because why not? Admitting defeat means you're a loser. But if you don't admit defeat, hey, it's at least questionable, right? So yeah, again, I don't know what else to say. I think it just frustrates me a lot to see people being scammed, and scammed for a lot of money, like $500,000 one of the guys was scammed for. Just, if you don't understand enough about an investment, do not invest in it. This includes Magic as well. Do not listen to me. Don't listen to Rudy. Don't listen to these people who are telling you buy certain things, don't buy certain things at certain prices. We're saying these things because we've done our own research, and this is what's right for us. If you don't understand the thing, do not invest in it. Do not put money into it. And that's, I think at the core, that's the problem. Look, if you enjoy something, like I always tell people, if you want to play Magic, the price is a certain number. But if you want to invest in Magic, it's a different number. Make sure you understand the difference of that. And yes, it takes some time. It takes some time to understand that difference and understand what that, what those numbers are, and like when those numbers shift up and down. And they're going to be different between sets and, different situation, years, etc. But that's the key, is that you shouldn't be putting your money down into something to follow the hype. Just take a step back, calm down, do your own research, understand what you're buying and what you're not buying, and then make that decision there. I hope that's helpful. I feel really bad. Well, to be honest, I don't really feel bad about the people who got scammed, because I think in some ways, look, if it wasn't them, it's going to be somebody else. And the reality is, the only way that we can defeat the scammers is just to, teach people how to think. Because it's not even saying don't get scammed, because me telling anyone that's not going to change anything. I think me telling people to think better is actually going to make a difference. So, okay, with that, I will end it right there. And I'll just say Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.